بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the especially merciful.
والفجر
By the dawn,
وليال عشر
and by the 10 nights,
والشفع والوتر
and by the even number and the odd,
والليل إذا يسر
and by the night when it passes.
هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر.
Is there not in all that an oath sufficient for one of perception?
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بعاد.
Have you not considered how your Lord dealt with Ad,
إرم ذات العماد
with Iram, who had lofty pillars,
التي لم يخلق مثلها في البلاد.
the likes of whom had never been created in the land,
وثمود الذين جابوا الصخر بالواد.
and with Thamud, who carved out the rocks in the valley,
وفرعون ذي الأوتاد.
and with Pharaoh, owner of the stakes,
الذين طغوا في البلاد.
all of whom oppressed within the lands,
فأكثروا فيها الفساد.
and increased therein the corruption.
فصب عليهم ربك سوط عذاب.
So your Lord poured upon them a scourge of punishment.
إن ربك لبالمرصاد.
Indeed, your Lord is in observation.
فأما الإنسان إذا ما ابتلاه ربه فأكرمه ونعمه فيقول ربي أكرمن.
And as for man, when his Lord tries him and thus is generous to him and favors him, he says, "My Lord has honored me."
وأما إذا ما ابتلاه فقدر عليه رزقه فيقول ربي أهانن.
But when he tries him and restricts his provision, he says, "My Lord has humiliated me."
كلا بل لا تكرمون اليتيم.
No, but you do not honor the orphan,
ولا تحاضون على طعام المسكين.
and you do not encourage one another to feed the poor,
وتأكلون التراث أكلا لما.
and you consume inheritance, devouring it all together,
وتحبون المال حبا جما.
and you love wealth with immense love.
كلا إذا دكت الأرض دكا دكا.
No, when the earth has been leveled, pounded and crushed,
وجاء ربك والملك صفا صفا.
and your Lord has come and the angels rank upon rank,
وجيء يومئذ بجهنم. يومئذ يتذكر الإنسان وأنى له الذكرى.
and brought within view that day is hell. That day man will remember, but what good to him will be the remembrance.
يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي.
He will say, "Oh, I wish I had sent ahead some good for my life."
فيومئذ لا يعذب عذابه أحد.
So on that day, none will punish as severely as his punishment.
ولا يوثق وثاقه أحد.
And none will bind as severely as his binding of the evildoers.
يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة.
To the righteous it will be said, O reassured soul,
ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية.
return to your Lord, well pleased and pleasing to him,
فادخلي في عبادي.
and enter among my righteous servants,
وادخلي جنتي.
and enter my paradise.
Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most poetic and, frankly, profound chapters in the entire Quran, Surah Al-Fajr, which means the dawn. It's a pretty short chapter, but trust me, it packs an immense journey into just a few verses. So let's get right into it. Right out of the gate, it opens with this: by the break of day. It's so simple, but so powerful. It's a divine oath that immediately sets this majestic, almost mysterious tone. It's just one moment in time, but you can feel it holds this incredible significance. And that really is the central question this whole surah puts on the table. It's drawing a straight line from the rhythm of the cosmos to the ultimate fate of a human soul. So how on earth does it connect those two epic ideas? Well, let's find out together. So the chapter doesn't start with just one oath, but a whole series of them. Think of it like a cinematic opening scene, you know? It's using these grand, sweeping images of time and nature to signal that something incredibly important is about to be said. You notice the pattern here, right? It moves from that specific moment of dawn to the 10 nights, then it zooms out to these fundamental concepts of even and odd, and finally, the vastness of the night as it fades away. The scale just keeps getting bigger and bigger, building our anticipation for what's coming next. And this leads to a direct question from the surah itself. This isn't just pretty poetry, it's being presented as evidence. The text is literally challenging us, saying, look around, can't you see the proof in the world around you? A proof for a reality that we simply can't ignore. So what does that proof look like in practice? Well, after setting that cosmic stage, the text has a hard pivot to some very stark historical examples. It's as if it's saying, okay, if the dawn isn't enough proof for you, then look at what happened to those who came before. These are case studies in power, in arrogance, and ultimately in consequence. First up, we have the people of Ad. The text makes a point of highlighting their incredible architectural and engineering genius. I mean, they built a city, Iram, that was so magnificent, with pillars so massive that nothing like it had ever existed. These people were absolute masters of their physical world. Then you have the Thamud. Their power was a little different, but no less impressive. They didn't just build on the land. They carved their cities directly out of mountainsides. They were literally shaping the planet to their own will. And finally, a name we all recognize, Pharaoh. He's described here as the Lord of Stakes, which points to his overwhelming military might, the power he used to enforce his absolute rule. He was a symbol of total earthly authority. So what's the common thread between these ancient superpowers? Well, here's their shared path to ruin, laid out for us. You see, it wasn't their power that destroyed them. It was how they used that power. They all transgressed, they spread corruption, and that ultimately led to divine justice. And this is how that history lesson wraps up, with this crucial point. It's such a powerful image, right? A guardian on a watchtower, implying constant, inescapable divine oversight. It's a reminder that no amount of earthly power can shield a civilization from that watchfulness. Okay, now the surah does something absolutely fascinating. It zooms way in, from the massive scale of entire civilizations, right down to the intimate, inner workings of a single human heart. It basically holds up a mirror and shows us that the very same seeds of arrogance exist inside every one of us. I mean, what a stunning psychological insight this is. When we're given wealth and good fortune, our first instinct is to say, "Ah, my Lord has honored me." But the moment our resources are tightened, we immediately flip and say, "My Lord has humiliated me." We make this huge mistake of equating our bank account with our spiritual worth. No. You're missing the point. The problem isn't having wealth or not having it. It's about what you do. It's a moral failure. And here are the real charges: neglecting the vulnerable, not encouraging others to help the poor, greedily consuming inheritance, and having this obsessive, all-consuming love for money itself.
This is the internal corruption that mirrors the downfall of those great nations. So we've gone from history to psychology, and now the narrative rockets forward to its inevitable dramatic climax, the Day of Judgment, the day when all the accounts are finally settled. And the language here becomes stark, powerful, and totally absolute. There's no flowery poetry here. This is just a statement of pure physical finality. Everything that seems so permanent, those mountains that Thamud carved, the pillars the Ad built, all of it will be utterly crushed into dust. And into that scene of total destruction comes a sight of unimaginable awe and terror. The arrival of the divine, with legions of angels in perfect formation. The authority that was always there on the watchtower is now fully present.
And then, the ultimate consequence. It's not some distant idea anymore. Hell itself is brought right there, face to face with every single person. There's no more room for doubt, no more debate. Reality has arrived.
In that moment, everything becomes crystal clear. Everyone remembers, they finally get it. But it's so tragic, because that understanding comes when it's too late to do anything about it. The regret is just immense. This desperate wish that they had invested in the one thing that truly mattered, their future life. But just as the tension hits its absolute peak, the surah makes one last breathtaking shift in tone. After all the thunder and the terror of judgment comes the serene whisper of salvation. It turns out a completely different destiny is waiting for the righteous. Just try to imagine hearing these words after witnessing the end of the world. It's an address to a soul that's finally found its true center. A soul that isn't thrown around anymore by the ups and downs of wealth and poverty, but is just at peace. This is such a beautiful picture of a mutual relationship. The soul is happy with its Lord, and the Lord is happy with the soul. That long journey of trial and effort is finally over, and all that's left is pure contentment. And here it is, the final, ultimate invitation. And notice, it's not just about entering a place, but joining a community, the community of the devoted. It is the final homecoming, the destination at the end of that long, long journey that started all the way back at the break of day. So the surah leaves us right here, with this final question aimed directly at us. It's shown us the warnings from history, it's shown us the trials inside our own hearts, and it's shown us the two possible destinations. And the crucial point is that the choice is ours, right now. What we do between our own personal dawn and dusk, well, that's the legacy we send ahead for ourselves.